Hi everyone and happy Sunday. It is just a little afternoon on Sunday at my normal time to go live. I am Marcie Besecker. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And I am excited to bring you a super fun project. So let's check my messages here and make sure we're live and going, and for some reason it likes to go to my recordings. Anyway, welcome, and we are going to have a lot of fun today. Hi Carol, hi Linda. I am fantastic, except I need to reboot because I'm watching an ad and I don't want to see an ad. There we go. I want to see all your guys' comments. Hello, Heather, Stephanie, Jennifer. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, I feel like I am going to kiss the monitor right here, so I'm just going to back out just a little bit. Let's not get too scary. Hi, Arlene, Debbie, Sally, Patty, Carol. Welcome, everybody. So I put on my Facebook page which stamp set you'd like me to use. And the choices were Free as a Bird, Beautiful Moments, and Simply Succulents. And at noon yesterday, I already had my cards prepared, but at noon yesterday, I went through and Free as a Bird won. So this is the card we will be creating today. Look, it matches my shirt. That was not planned, but we're in the same colors here. But I wanted to show you, if you bring in some new stamps and some old stamps, so stamps that are carrying over and some new ones, what we could create with. And I will be creating with the two other sets that we mentioned. So one of them will be on, today is Sunday, one will be on Tuesday, and the other one may be before next Sunday. So you'll probably get 3 cards this week. Carol, Cindy, Bonnie, Debbie. Hello, hello, everybody. Oh, I thought you were asking about my hubby. I'm like, oh, he's fine. He's going golfing. Yes, Carol, I hope he's doing well. Hi, Missy. Welcome. Hi, Terry, Barbara. So, gosh, I so look forward to come crafting with you guys. When my husband goes, can I go golfing? I'm going to go golfing on Sunday. And I'm like, yeah, go. Me and my friends are crafting. So I'm super excited. I've got some announcements. I've got some giveaways and a little bit of technique training we're going to do. So we're going to have fun. So the first thing, I told you guys I was going to show you my punch storage, and I have not yet. I don't think I did. So these are, I already had the bottom one. No, I already had, yes, the bottom punch holder. And then I ended up buying the top one because I knew in this catalog, hint, hint, there will be punches. So I wanted to make sure that I had enough space. So I chose to get another punch holder. My new punches, some of them I have received. So this picture was taken before that. So I wanted to, sorry guys, I'm trying to read at the same time. I wanted to show you that. The next thing, starting tomorrow, I am super excited about the new paper pumpkin. Like, I am super, super excited. I am a baseball mom, and I have been a baseball mom. My son played all through school and like all through college. He did play on not a travel, but a league in the Army when he was there. It wasn't the Army League, but there was leagues that they played. So he played then. And then he played as an adult baseball, like a rec thing. So all the way up through college, the local college, I got to watch him. And then he moved to another college far away. And so I didn't get to watch him there. But so I am a baseball mom. So I love baseball. So I'm super excited about that. Yes, happy anniversary. That's exciting. 50th. Whew. I'm glad I made 50 years old. But that's awesome. Congratulations, Debbie. Okay, so that's another fun excitement. I'm super excited about that paper pumpkin starting. Hi, Gail. So that starts tomorrow. Today's the last day of that So Cool ice cream set, and it goes really well with the ice cream paper. So that's something you might think about. They're going to be ice cream shaped cards and different things. So that's going to be kind of a fun set. Perfect for summer. So don't forget to sign up for that. I moved my host code thing up to the top, and I took the background out because it bothered me that it kind of covered up some of your picture. So I'm just going to kind of make the code viewable if you can see it. You will definitely see it when we're facing down, so don't worry about that. Oh, another important thing, when you put in an order, now the host code has changed. So it used to be kind of down by the totals and the dollar amounts. It has moved up to right underneath my name. So you want to make sure that when you're purchasing from your hostess or from your demonstrator, that you see their picture up at the top there. You want to make sure that that is who you want to shop with. So when you shop with me, make sure my lovely little picture is there. And I need to update that because I'm holding last year's catalog. So I need to update that, but make sure you add your host code right there, and then that way you're not going to be missing it. It's not down below anymore. So that's just a little helpful tip to share with your customers if you're a demonstrator, and if you are a customer of mine or a customer in general, make sure you find your host code to put that in there. So it's going to be a little different. What they're mainly doing is they want to make sure that you are shopping with your demonstrator, the one you want to shop with, because sometimes it's not linking up exactly right. It depends on what you're clicking on. You might be watching a video or something and you want to check something out, then it's going to change your demonstrator. Because, for example, I am showing you my stuff on my blog. If you click on my links, you're going to click to my store because obviously I want your sales. I'm posting my links. And so just make sure that you're shopping with the right person. Hopefully, me. Okay, so now next. What next? I think that is it for updates. Oh, my paper share is going very well. I've got a lot of people. I'm super excited about it. If you want to participate in my paper share, it's a perfect way to get a lot of paper. Let me explain really quickly before we get started. A lot of demonstrators have asked, oh, I'm a demonstrator, but I really wish I could be in your paper share. Absolutely, you can. $55, you're going to get it shipped to you, 148 6x6 pieces. What this does is, if you are not wanting to purchase all of the papers to show your customers, or you'd like to have some of each paper to play with, decide what you want, what stamp sets you want, what DSP you want, whatever, this is a perfect way because you get a little bit of everything and then you can play with it. Hi, Olivia. Hi, Bobby. Welcome. Oh, Tashana, yeah, that's something new. They're really trying to focus on making sure your demonstrators are the correct one you're looking for. So when you go to my blog, at the top there, it says events and classes. That is where my current classes are. That is where my paper share is. So you can go in there and click and you will find the information about the paper share and read a little bit about it and see if that's something you're interested in. I am taking RSVPs right now and just start registering. I will invoice you through PayPal and you pay me. I will order on the 4th, first thing early in the morning. And I will expedite my order so I can get your paper cut up and sent to you as soon as possible. Make sure your address is correct on your PayPal. That is where I'm sending it. Okay? All right. Hi, Susan. All right. I don't want to miss anybody. Okay, so I think I had 2 other things. We're doing a giveaway. Today we are giving a stamp set and a card away. And the other thing I want to tell you is for the first 3 people starting today that put in a $50 or more order with me, that means your total has to be $50 before tax and shipping, I'm going to send you the paper, the Punch Party stamp set. Okay, Punch Party, this was a host set. So I'm going to send you the Punch Party for the first 3 people that put in a $50 or more order with me. Now, I suggest you get the double oval punch because this goes with it. So first 3 people, I will send that to. All right. But you have to use my host code. Where is it? Right here. Host code. Okay. All right. Let's get busy. We have a lot to do. It's a super fun card. It's going to have a lot of techniques. Hi, Stacy. Welcome. We're going to have a lot of techniques. I tried to angle my camera just a little bit different. You're kind of looking this way. Hopefully my head won't get in the way because when I'm coloring this close, I'm going to want to stick my head in there, and I didn't want to get it in the way, but I am going to move this a little closer for you, so hopefully it doesn't get fuzzy. Okay, so here we go. What we started with is I'm going to have a black card base. So this is just your basic 5.5 by 4 1/4. So it's 8.5 this way and scored. All right. And then I have my DSP. Now my DSP I chose from a package called Pattern Party, and I showed it on the opening of the reveal of the new stuff, and this is only half of the package. This is such a huge pack of paper, and it is a host set. Okay, so I'm going to go through here. I want the green that I have on this one. I'm going to need this for my polka dots, for my little liner, and then I think I need to turn it over. Okay, so see all the different stuff we have. I have some black and white. I'll pull some of that in for our, no, I think I'm going to go with the green and the polka dots on that. And let's see, where is my other piece? Do I have another piece? All right, I'm looking for my black and white piece, and maybe I did overlook it. See, I wanted to show you all the beautiful stuff, so I didn't pull it out ahead of time. Here we go. Right here. What I'm really liking, so let me explain this really quick about our paper. These paper packs, this one is not included because this is a host set, but see how colorful they are on one side, and then when you turn them over, they're black and white. So this will go with anything, right? My autofocus is on, let me double check. But it is not on, I should say, because then it gets all weird when I do it that way. I'm double checking, and you're right, I forgot. I think when I rebooted and moved my camera around, it got goofy. Thank you very much for letting me know, Lisa. But I think we are a little close too, so hopefully, let me pull out a tiny bit. Okay, so that is the example of this one. Same for this paper. Okay, so this is so if you do the paper swap, this is the paper that matches the stamp set, but the other side, you get a little more general paper that can be used for a lot of different things. And so you want to think about that. So if you say, oh, I don't want this stamp set, so I don't want the paper, well, the other side, they made it amazing that you can use a lot of different things for that. Okay, so let's get busy. We're going to cut our paper up and get our panels ready. So the first layer here is going to be 4, which is already is by 5 1/4. All right, so we're going to do that. We're going to set that aside. And then this one is going to be 3 4/4. So I just go down the quarter. Okay, save this for your inside by 5. Now our card is landscape, but I always save these pieces and I put them in another card. Okay, we're also going to do an inch off of here, and I'll have all the measurements on my blog. We're going to do an inch, and then this is going to go on the top, so that is 3 3/4. I know you can't see because I'm really focused close for coloring. Let's just pull out for a little bit and then we'll go back in. All right, so this is going to be, oops, I just did the wrong thing. An inch. And then this is going to be for 5. Okay, so I save everything, well, not these tiny squares, but all of this I will save. Not these little pieces. Okay, so we're going to save this for the inside. This one is at 5. So we will cut another little strip. Let's do this at an inch. So that and that will go on the inside. And we'll keep our little green strip also. So we're just going to set those aside for the inside. All right, let's make sure we have enough. That goes there, that goes there. Okay, so our cutting is done until we get to the inside, and we'll worry about that then. Okay, the next thing I did is I cut our black panel here is 4 1/8 by 2 7/8, and then our bird panel is 4 by 2 3/4. So it's just barely a little trim there. Okay. So let's just set all of this aside. I know, so much pretty paper that I'm just cutting up. Okay, so let's start on our panel. I'm going to bring in my little mini Stamparatus pad here so I can kind of keep my surface clean. We are going to move in just a little bit. But before we start that, I want to show you, we're going to be using the Free as a Bird and the Beauty of Friendship. This is one of our new sets. And of course the DSP is new. And then our Free as a Bird is returning. Okay. So on our tree set, I'm going to show you the difference between these two, which is the same difference between these two. But I'm just going to show you. We're going to be using this one, but I want to show you the difference. So I'm going to bring in some old olive. And I'm going to show you this one first. Hi, Nola. Okay, so that just looks like a tree. Just kind of the outside, just kind of the branches if you want that. This one has the distinctive look to it. See? So the distinctive on this one, you're going to have a little more color, a little more depth. And so that's the one we're going to use. So let me move this one out of the way. All right, so let's go ahead and bring in our birds. And we're going to do our trees first. So I just kind of stamped around, kind of up and down. You're just filling it in. You're going to go right up against the birds. And if you layer over, that's okay. Just kind of watch. It is luckily a clear stamp, so you can kind of see. And I don't want to go. Now right there you can see I just did this, and if it touched the top, I'm perfectly okay with that because we're just kind of filling it in. All right, so just kind of fill it in. You know, this is not one of the first sets that I got. I wasn't going to get it. I have the nested bird one, but once this one was staying, I was like, okay, I'm going to get it. because I really like it. Now again, I'm going to ink this up, and then I'm just going to go right up by the bird there. Okay, so I just kind of went a little closer to the bird, and I am really good with that. I'm going to do one more dark one right there. So now it just kind of looks, you can see how they're all layered, and it kind of looks like it's a tree. All right. So now what we're going to do is we are going to color our birds. You know, I'm thinking differently. Okay, I'm going to do mine a little bit different this time. So do you guys know what this is? It's Stampin mask paper. This is how I like to do my masking. So it looks like this. So you're going to stamp on this, and then you can cut it or whatever, and then this peels off, okay? So what I did is I already have one, and I actually threw it away, and then I decided that I wanted to share it with you. So I've got bits and pieces here that I need to put together and put back on my project. And it doesn't have to be perfect as soon as I figure out how it goes. But see, I have all these pieces in here. So I'm going to do our blue sky. So I'm going to bring in my balmy blue. And we're just going to kind of cover up a lot of our stuff. You could use a Post-it or whatever. I just prefer using this. I don't want my branch blue or my birds. And I'm not super worried about everything, because if it gets on it a little bit, because we're going to color over it and it'll be fine. But you're just going to stick it down. So here's my birds. And my birds are pretty much going to be blue, but I don't want their beaks and, you know, things like that colored. All right, and then my other little bird right here. And it's one piece, but I cut it out separate because see how there's space right here? Okay, now I'm going to bring it in a little bit. If it gets blurry, you guys let me know. Okay, but I want it a little closer so you can see. So in between the bird's legs and stuff, I wanted the sky, because that's the sky behind them. So I cut my branch and my bird separate so I can cut out all those little pieces, because I didn't want to worry about getting everything full of color of the bird. So let me see how this goes. This one goes up here. So when I tore it off to throw it away, I really wasn't careful because I wasn't going to keep it, and then I decided that I should show you guys this because this is the easiest way to do it. It's making it look hard because I'm pasting everything back together, but it's really not hard. All right, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not too worried if I'm missing some pieces. We're going to color over it, and the blue is super light anyway, so don't worry about that. And you could cut this out in one just piece and then carefully go through and do the in between blue. So I'm not super worried about that. All right. So we have most of it. Being that I threw it all away and then pulled it back out. Okay, so there we go. That's close enough for me, and I'm fine with that. You should have seen me trying to dig this out so I could show you guys this. Hi, Bonnie. All right. We have balmy blue. We have our blending brush. And if you go through the tree, it's okay. If you look right here, you can see how the sky just kind of goes through the tree, right? Because you can see through the tree. So it's whatever you want. So I'm going to just kind of start off. And be careful of your tape. I'm going to come back up this way. I like to have the piece cut down to the size that you want, so that if you get harsher edges, they're on the edge, and I think that just helps frame it and it looks really pretty. So I am good with that. And so I'm going to bring in this, and you're bringing down your blue here in between your birds, your flowers. And like I said, we're going to color. If you get something on them, it's really not that earth-shattering. So don't worry about that. But I want this over my leaves and flowers. And if it falls off, I'm not worried about it. Okay, I'm going to come back up here by the birds. So that in between the branches here, you get your blue. So it's kind of whatever, however dark you want it. Okay, so now I'm just going to go around those flowers a little bit. All right, so I think that is good enough. And you're going to see there's a little bit around that, and that's really not anything to worry about. Okay, so now you're just going to pull this off and see how it just leaves your back image. Now I'm throwing this away because I'll do a new one. If I had thought about it, I would have kept it, taken it off a little neater, and I didn't, but that's okay. All right, so now there's our piece. And I decided to do it first because then you can color over any light blue. Like this leaf right here is going to be a little darker because it's got a little shade of blue on it, but that's okay. All right, so now there's our blue. So simple so far. And you could always just cut it out of a Post-it note or whatever. I love masking too. It really just adds so much to your card. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in the blends that I used. I have so many blends on my desk from different projects. So I have to pull these out. Okay, so I have Old Olive. I have Granny Apple Green. Night of Navy. Let me make sure, yes. So Saffron. The Light Poppy Parade. And bronze. I love bronze for trees or brown hair color. So bronze is the one I really buy a lot of. Okay, so let's just do our branch first. We're just going to fill this in. And remember, alcohol markers lighten up. Their feet are black, so just keep going through. You can come back. You can see the little dark lines on the branch. You can come back and make those a little darker if you want. I would just do this first, let it dry, and then we can come back. I want to make sure my head's not in the way. Let me see if I can go a little closer without getting too terribly fuzzy. Let me get my light over here a little better. Okay, tell me if it gets bad. Let me know. I'll keep trying to look up. All right, so just get your branch done. You can tell right here the little branch comes all the way up, and you could color those in. This is a little piece of a branch right there, and you could color those in if you wanted to, but I think that's more of a green, so I'm going to leave that for now. And now I'm going to take Old Olive, which I always like to start with the dark, and I like to use the little skinny part, and I'm just going to do the veins, and I don't go over each one. I just kind of do a line down, a line to the side. It doesn't have to be exact. You're just adding a little bit of depth. I am no expert at coloring, but I like to pretend that I am, and I watch other people. I have not used liquid masking. I bought it once, but I just decided I like doing it the way I do it. The bronze blend, yes, it's the blend, Stampin' Blend Bronze. It comes with the ivory. I really like that color. Okay, so keep going and putting your dark lines in on your leaves. I don't do a whole bunch because I just want it to be an accent. All right, I think that's all of them. And now I'm going to bring in the light one and just fill it in. I don't want to color it in a whole lot because I don't want to really blend the dark lines. I want that to be, I really want to see those dark lines on there, so just kind of lightly go through and fill it in, but you don't really want to keep going back and forth and blend them. So see, that turned out green. It's a little darker because it has the blue underneath, but that's okay. It's still going to be blue. Now there's blue around our leaves here. There's white spaces, so we'll fix that. All right, so just fill that in. And a lot of people are really intimidated with coloring, and there's really no need to be intimidated by coloring. So don't worry about that. And right now, so many of our stamp sets and stuff are kind of a watercolory kind of look anyway. So, okay, now I'm going to take Poppy Parade, and I'm just going to do a little bit of poppy at the base or in the center, depends on what your flower is looking like. Okay, just a little bit. So some flowers are open and some flowers are closed, and I'm just putting a little. And then I'm going to take the light So Saffron and then just kind of blend it. And you do want to blend over the poppy just so it kind of blends and looks a little more natural. My son's calling me now. I did tell them the trick somebody told me about having them subscribe so that they knew when I was going live, but I forgot to tell my son. I did tell my daughter, and she said, well, that's a good idea. So that was a really good idea. Okay, I'm going to grab my Balmy Blue. Let's see if I have it out here. I do somewhere. This must be Night of Navy. Okay, I have a lot. Oh, here it is. Here's my Balmy Blue. So I'm just going to take this and lightly go around. Remember, we used our ink to blend, but you see how I can do, I don't know if you can see close enough. I'm just kind of going through and filling in just to add the blue lightly in the spots that it didn't get quite enough blue, or my mask was a little more not placed exactly. And it's working really well. All right, so you could always do that, but I didn't want too much of the blend. Now when you see me do one of my other cards that I have listed, that card will be coming up, and you'll see what I did a little bit differently. Some different techniques, but still with blends. Okay, so I'm going to leave that for right now. Here we go, right here a little bit. You probably can't see much of that on the screen, but you can in person. So I just want to make sure I fill that in a little bit. All right. Now for our birds, I'm going to take my dark navy, and I'm just going to start over here to the left. That way I'm running to the right and it has a little time to dry up. And I'm just going to kind of go where the lines are, just adding a little bit of character, a little bit of depth here. they give you the lines. So just kind of follow. I do kind of go across the bottom where their shadowing would be. Hi, Feline. All right, just kind of go. I'm just adding a little bit. And at first you're going to think, oh, I don't know, the blues are too dark. And they're really not. So don't worry. Now we're doing the light Night of Navy. And I still use the smaller part because you're got such a little bit of space. The blue will lighten up. And I'll show you a couple tricks about that too. So just fill it in where you want your blue. And just remember you're going to have your greens going there. So let's leave some space. And they all don't have to be the same amount. And you don't really want straight lines, right? You want a little bit of a hash kind of look. So I just kind of squiggle, and you'll see, you'll be able to blend it. It'll be squiggly. And this one we'll just make a little smaller. Like this is the daddy. He's going to have a lot of pretty color. Why is it that the male animals have prettier colors than the female? That's just not right. When I learned that, I was like, no, you gotta be wrong. That's gotta be wrong. Females have to be prettier and more colorful, but apparently that's not the case. I'm sure there's a reason. All right, so just kind of get your blues like that. And now we're gonna do our Granny Apple Green. So Granny Apple Light and Granny Apple Dark. Come on, move my other ones out of the way. I'm going to start with the dark, and I'm just going to kind of blend around the outside of the light navy. Okay, just kind of like that. Just kind of give it a little shadow around. And you're going to continue doing some more blending, so don't worry about it. Just kind of squiggle around. You don't want straight lines. Just squiggle, and you're going over the blue. Hi, Lisa. And now you're going to take your lighter one, and you're going to really kind of go over everything. Just kind of like the green, the dark green, the light blue, just around the edges there. Okay, you're just going to kind of go like that. Fill it in, but kind of blend those lines. Now, you're going to take your, oh, my computer screen just went off. It went to sleep. Okay, now you're going to take your balmy blue, your light one. I take the thicker tip now, the brush tip, and I'm just going over all of it. And see how that just kind of softens it a little bit, and it'll lighten up, but it just kind of helps with the lines, and it just kind of doesn't look as harsh. Okay, so we're going to do that, and then you're going to just do, you know, you just keep doing it until you get the color you want. I'm going back to the light Granny Apple Green, and I'm just going to put a little more of that vibrant green on top. Okay, so that's really, I'm fine with the way those look. Now see how these are lighter, and this will lighten up. So don't worry about that. You could also take your blend and lighten it up, or you can go back to your blue, but I'm going to let that dry just a bit. And I'm going to go in with my dark So Saffron, and let's not forget their little beaks. I'm adjusting from not having my mango because I love mango with a lot of stuff, and I would normally do mango on the flowers, but this makes the flowers a little more subtle, which is okay. I'm going to take my balmy because I missed a little spot right here. You don't want to have a white halo around your birds, right? So I think that is, oh, this green leaf has, just kind of fill it in, just tap, tap, tap. You don't really have to like color it. And it just fills it in for you. All right, and now I think I'm going to take the balmy one more time and go over, let that dry, and we'll go over with the blend. Okay, now you can take the blend. I'm going to let that dry for just a bit. Let's go ahead and start assembling our card here. So we're going to put our black on our green, and I need to cut it correctly because this is a 4. This one should be 4. Oh, this one's not a 4. I think I cut a piece off of it, so let me grab the right size. So remember, you got black and white on one side, color on the other. I'll put that on top. So now we have 4, 5, 5 1/4. I'll save this piece. All right, now that should look better. There we go. I had either, Carol, I had seen the stamp set, but I had the other one, the bird nested one, for so long, and I thought, oh, do I need another bird one? I'm just not going to get another bird one. But I really liked this one. But then it got closer and closer to the end of the catalog, and then at that point I was like, you know what, I don't want to get it, and then it'd be gone, and I'll be so sad. And then it didn't go, so I was like, ooh, that's even better. So I decided, okay, so I should have stuck this on first. So I'm going to bring out my silicone mat because this has adhesive already. And I'm just going to go up a ways and add this piece. And it's just to add something a little different. I'm going to go right at the top. I think I'll go right here. Right there and right there. Now I'm just going by the design. Okay, so there we go. Now you can pull that off. If you don't have a silicone mat, it's amazing. Oh, Felicia, yes, you will. So don't forget, I had mentioned at the beginning, for the next 3 $50 or more orders using my host code that's at the top there. I guess I should move that over because I'm trying to not have that color behind it because it's kind of a pain. You will get, the first 3 orders will get the Punch Party stamp set. So in your order, I would highly suggest ordering the double oval punch because that's what goes with that. And you will get that stamp set free from me. It was a host set. And I have 3 of those to give away. Oh, I know, I love the silicone mat. All right, so here we go. We're going to add this on there, nice and simple. Let's pull this back in. I'm going to lighten this up a little, and I really just want to go on the green. There, that's enough. All I want. All right, now I'm looking at it, and I still think their faces are a little dark. So I'm going to take my white blend and just go over their faces a little bit to lighten them up. See how it's lightening their faces up so you can see them. I think it was a little too dark, but now I'm happy with them. So let's glue them. Hi, Monica. All right, we're gonna glue our guy here. Whoops. I'm trying not to get my head in the way. Okay, so now there's that. Let's add some adhesive on the back. We are going to do a drawing today for another giveaway. I have all of these extra stamp sets from Celebration, extra items that you are going to benefit from because of COVID. I'm not going to even try and sell them. I'm not going to have a yard sale or anything. We're too busy, and I said, you know, I'd rather share them with you guys because I know you stamp. I know you'll use them. That makes me happy. Okay, so let's bring this in, and we're just gonna, I just eyeball it. What's nice on this paper is you can tell the design is straight, so you can kind of get an idea of which way straight. All right, I have this, and I've decided on this sentiment. I'm going to use "Thanks for being you." I think that's just a cute, fun sentiment. See if I can, it's not even on my stamp straight, on my block, but that's okay. We can stamp it straight. We can cut it straight if it's not, right? I think I smushed it too hard right there. Let's see, does it fit? No. Oh, much better. Okay, that's much better. I can't wait to show you guys the other two cards that I had available. Okay, this doesn't look straight to me, but we're going to, I just want to cut it. I don't need it to be super straight or anything. I'm going to make it as straight as I can, but I want to angle the edges just to add a little bit of a fun. I think that is good. Let's do some minis on here. All right. Thanks, you guys. Thank you, Gail. All right, so I'm just going to stick this right up here. And I did not feel the need to add rhinestones or gems or anything like that. We need to do an inside, and I need to cut my paper for 5 1/4. Okay. All right, and then we have some pieces over here that we had leftovers from trimming our previous paper. So we're going to bring this out. And now, normally what I would do is also get some of our designer paper and decorate an envelope. Oops, I want the green to show, I think. Let's see. We have polka dots on the other side. I think I want the green to show, just because it's going on a white card base, so I think it would be fun to show our green. So let's go right up to the edge. All right, we're going to add glue on these. So let me find my glue here. I think it's getting kind of empty. I was really working on a project yesterday. So this is the thing I was telling you about on my card, my paper share. If you guys are interested in a paper share, I have one going. It is going to be a lot of fun. The other sides of all of our paper packs don't necessarily go with the design or stamp set or whatever that the pad says. Like the black and white on here is all of the other stamp set. It can go with many different stamp sets. It's checkers and stripes and, you know, just different stuff. Same with even the hand penned stamp set has gingham and there's just different paper. So you don't have to choose to have that to go with the stamp set is what I'm trying to say. No, Lisa, it's current. It's called Free as a Bird, but the trees are going to be new. They're Beauty of Friendship. So those are the two stamp sets that I used. Now you can see I moved my paper upward, so I just like to take my tool and I just wipe it off like on a baby wipe or something. And now it's gone and it's not sticky anymore. All right. And now we'll cut this off. And so these are the scraps that we had from trimming our papers down. And now we just have this cute little inside that matches the outside. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and add this inside. And it's whatever you want. I just use whatever scraps I end up having. Like this one is what I did with this one. I did this polka dots. So there you go. Oh, Terry, I'm excited. So that is the two stamp sets that I used. One is current, one is not. And I have to say, every one of the cards I was going to do, let me look here. Okay, one of the other cards that I was going to do also has this in it. So, hi Cindy, welcome. So I think this is going to be a really fun set to add to so many different cards. Oh, let me pull this out a little bit now. It'll be so much fun to add to so many different cards. But I wanted to just show you, don't be intimidated. Like, see, I can see another little white spot right here. Don't be intimidated by coloring. It's really not as hard as you think, and the blends can help you touch things up. The markers can help you touch things up. Sometimes if I stamp and I don't get a really good outside image, take your black marker, like this is not black, this is our new color, but take it and then just kind of fill it in a little bit and it's fine. So I thought that was really fun. I love black and green and I loved adding the blue in there. It was just a lot of fun. Oh, thank you. Thanks, everybody. Okay, so we are going to do a giveaway. Yay! So, first of all, again, the first three $50 orders that I receive, you must use that host code right there. So $50 or more. If it's over $150 that you purchase from me, obviously don't use my code. But you can receive the punch party. I have 3 of them. So it has to be put in by next Sunday. Okay, these will be good through next Sunday. So if you want to put an order in through me, then you can get that. The first 3 people, because I have 3 of them. All right. The next thing I have is, I told you guys, one of my favorite stamp sets ever was Beautiful Friends. Beautiful Friendship. Beautiful Friends. I have to get a different envelope. That one has my stuff on it. Oh, thank you. So I'm going to send you this cute little note. I just love this stamp set, and I'm so sad it's leaving. It's not leaving me. I'm keeping it, but really cute stamp set. And so I have this cute little card, and it's just a simple note card. This I did in a class, I believe, and I just wanted to show. We didn't even decorate the inside. It was a simple flat. The only thing raised was the little butterfly and the sentiment. And these were old ovals. Now I think we have the set that you can do in one punch, which is really nice. That's right, Bobby. You could do it. It's not being lazy. Just think outside the box. Practice and try. You notice I don't add this on until I'm done with the whole thing. And then I adhere it, because you can always grab another one. When I originally stamp, like when I did this one, I stamped this one too. Because if I messed up on this one, I already have it stamped. So stamp yourself a couple. If you don't use it and your first go around works out great, throw it in the box. You'll have it for next time. So don't be intimidated. Just kind of, like this one is a scene. To me, it's a scene. I'm trying to think. One of the cards I did is not a scene. Like, to me, this isn't a scene. This is just flowers with a birch background stamped on it. It's not really a scene. This one, my camera is wonky. This one, you have the trees and the branch and the sky, so you're looking at that. And to me, that's a scene. Okay, so I love scene cards. I don't do them all, but I do love scene cards. Okay, so the other thing you're going to get, I'm sorry, I'm trying to read at the same time. You're going to get this card, and you're going to get this stamp set. So, Berry Blessings and the card. So, this is what's going to go in our raffle today. So, if you would like that, let me find a piece of paper. We're going to do a number because it's just the easiest. So, we have 57 people. So let's do, all right, I picked a number. So if everybody wants to start guessing, and I will let you know if you got the right number. Yes, Bonnie. Oh, Nola, my gosh, the very first number. Nola, you won, look, 55. All right, Nola won 55, you guys. She was the very first number said, and she won. I know you guys are behind because you guys are still going with numbers. I know, Nola, isn't that crazy? The very first number. It does happen to be my age, so that's why I chose it. So there you go. Berry Blessings and a beautiful card. So that will be coming your way, and I have your address, so I'll send that to you. Congratulations. Hi, Mayra. All right, so if you're watching this on a replay and it's not live, there is no need to guess the numbers because it's over. I do get that a lot, that people comment numbers. So that is only when it is live. All right, everybody, let's see. Quickly again, I know if you weren't here at the beginning, let me say some quick announcements. My paper share, 148 pages of 6x6 paper for $55. And again, every package I've looked at, now we've only been able to see 3, but one side is clearly, it goes with the stamp set, but the other side can be used for so much. So let me show you an example. So on this card that I did, this came from the tree stamp set, the tree paper. I don't know all the names yet. But this is like a fall leaf color, and it's just like a watery color look. So you could use it for other stuff, but that was on the stamp set side, what I call the stamp set side. But this green and the blue was on the reverse side. So you could use that for many things. I could have used that for my stamp set. I could have die cut this out in just the green and put that as my tree with my birds and then the sky behind it. So there's a lot of really good reverse side papers. If you choose not to get the stamp set, the other side of the paper is just really gorgeous. So I highly recommend that. Oh, you were not. Nola, did you really think that? One day I was going to pick the day of my birth, but I had already did that. So I was like, oh, I can't do that again. That's funny. Bye, Bonnie. See you Tuesday. Thanks for joining me. Again, another quick announcement. The paper pumpkin starting tomorrow is batter up. It is so cute. I can't wait to see it and play with it. That's going to be exciting. Again, when you fill out an order form at the top right side, it says add host code. It's changed. It's now up by your host, by your demonstrator, I mean. So you want to make sure you choose your host code up there. It's not going to be down by your subtotal and in your order anymore. What size is the paper? What do you mean, Carolyn? For the paper pumpkin? The details about this paper pumpkin are going to be on my blog. I don't know it off the top of my... It's cards, I believe, if that's what you're asking. And that will be on my blog. I'll have all the description of this paper pumpkin. It'll post in within the hour. I just have to copy my link over there. Again, I told you guys I would show you my punches. And so I did buy another punch on the top there. Oh, the paper for share. Okay, so that's going to be 6 by 6. So basically, I'm going to take the large 12 by 12 and I'm just going to cut it down the middle and cut it down the middle, and each person will get a quarter. So you'll get however many sheets are in the package is how many sheets you will get. You'll just get a quarter. So I have a really nice cutter. I'll cut each one quarter wise. Now if there's 6 by 6, there's 4 of each, and you'll get a whole stack of 4. So it's kind of like they cut the quarters already, and now each person will get a quarter. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. There's going to be some specialty paper. So there's, I don't know how much I can say. There's some metallic paper, I will say. That one has 4 of each color. There's 2 colors, and you'll get 2 of those. So and I don't have it right in front of me, but something like that. You'll get a quarter of each package. If it's already a 6 by 6, you'll get a quarter of the package. So you'll get 1 of everything in the package, at least. Some you'll get 2 of, some you'll get 4 of. It just depends on how many designs, how many papers. Okay, so if that makes sense to you. Okay. If you want to join up for the paper share, up on my blog, which is marciebeseckerdesigns.com, on the top there it says events and classes. Click on that and it will open up and you'll see my reveal class I'm having, but the very first thing you will see is the paper share, and it will give you a lot more detail about it there, and you'll be able to see that. So hopefully that will be helpful to you. If you are a customer and you do not have a demonstrator and you need a catalog, please let me know, and I can get a catalog out to you. So if you don't have one, now if you are a customer of mine and you've already ordered, they're on their way to you. If you ordered from me in the last year, you will be getting a catalog from me. So hopefully they've already been shipped. I send one of myself so I can kind of know when people start getting them. And I have not received mine yet, so hopefully you will. And if you do, if you could go to my Facebook page, my business one, Marcie Besecker Designs, and let me know that you've received it. I'd love to know when everybody starts receiving their catalog. That'd be awesome. All right, so I think that is it. And I will see you on Tuesday. If you want, go over to my business Facebook page, Marcie Bessecker Designs, and leave me a comment. Do you want to see the succulents or beautiful moments? So these are the two sets. I'm not going to show you what the cards look like. So we have succulents. Oh, that's beautiful moments. Or succulents. So let me know which one you'd like to see on Tuesday. Don't comment here. Go on my Facebook page, Marcie Bessecker Designs, and leave a comment there on which one you would like to see. All right, I will see you guys Tuesday. You have a fantastic week and enjoy this beautiful weather. We have beautiful weather. I hope you do too. And I will talk to you very soon. Bye.